Welcome back to the lunch table, food for thought. I'm Nico Blitz, post-quarantine edition. I got my guy Dane Amar
What's
in the
poppin'?
building, man. Or he's in his building. I'm in my building right
Yeah,
now.
we're like separate. I'm in San Diego.
Yeah, he's in SD right now, man. He's been making a name for himself. Recently, just this past year, huge record out right now, Green Tea and Honey. I want to say I put it on my Animal Crossing playlist that I
That,
made not too long ago.
that's something you did. I remember like you were on live like cooking, and then you said you were gonna make an Animal Crossing playlist and you're gonna add it. That's sick.
Because, dude, the record is such a chill record. You can use it for Animal Crossing. It's one of those records that I would also say that they belong in like coffee shops, and it's like one of those, it's one of those dope sing along records, bro. That's why like you remind me of watching old YouTube videos of like Gabe Bondoc and AJ Raphael and being like, wow, like this is the type of shit. I mean, I love the hip hop shit. Don't get me wrong, but I love this shit a little bit more.
I know what you mean. I mean, I love hip hop. Like I'm like, I kind of call myself a rapper or just an artist in general now. But songs like that, I've always loved them, and just listening to them, they're dope. And it's super reminiscent of Officially Missing You, like the
Oh
chord
yeah.
progression is super similar. So I was like, yeah, I really like this. It was
You know,
dope.
I'm sure for people who have just recently been exposed to you because of Green Tea and Honey, I bet they want to know like how did that song even come about?
Yeah, so Green Tea and Honey, it was super, like, it's so fast. It's kind of crazy how fast the song happened. Like, I wrote my parts maybe in 20 minutes. So what happened was GC, the producer, he's based out in UK. He makes beats and he uploads them on YouTube. That's how I found out about him. Um, I rapped over one of his beats on Instagram for my song Please Don't, and I tagged him and he liked it, so he hit me up and he was cool with working with me. He told me anytime I need a beat, just let me know. He uploaded his beat called Honey, which is the Green Tea and Honey beat, and I messaged him like 5 minutes after he uploaded it because I woke up super early. I was like, yo, I need this one, like, for sure. And he sent it to me right away, and then I wrote it 20 minutes instead of going to run before work. And then,
Wow.
yeah, so I recorded my parts, like a quick rough, just so I didn't forget the melody or anything while I went to work. And this is when I was working somewhere else as a video editor. And I did that, listened to it a bunch of times, came home, re-recorded everything, and then sent it to Jarena, and it took her about like a week to record. She sent me her stuff back, and it was ready to go. So the song
Damn,
is,
that's it, huh?
yeah, super fresh.
And what was your expectations as high as they're exceeding right now?
I I was like, yeah, this song's special. Like, I always felt the song was special, but I didn't know it was gonna be like what it is right now. It's popping right now. It's hella popping.
Yeah, and it's still moving, bro. Like I'm seeing you post like every week, like 700,000, 800,000, nine
Yeah,
hundred thousand. I'm like, oh shit, it's about to crack a million soon, bro.
like, it's definitely most likely gonna crack a million, and I'm really excited because I'm about to drop a remix, like an international remix, with this guy named Matthias. He's out in the Philippines. Super dope. He like has a single that's blowing up on TikTok. He just hit like 1.5 million listeners on Spotify,
Oh
and
wow,
he just wanted to have a song like off of love of the song. So I was like, yeah, for sure.
that's what's up, man. And does he mainly sing in Tagalog, or is he also gonna be
He
on
does
English
like
too?
rapping. He actually
Okay.
rapped in English on this, yeah. So it
Oh,
was pretty.
dope. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. Wait, are you Filipino?
I'm not.
You're Laos? Are
I'm
you?
not. Yeah, I'm Laotian.
That's what's up, man. See, it's cool because I noticed that Jarena, that's her name, right? Yeah, Jarena's Filipino. So the fact that you're working with like two different Filipino artists like on this record in particular, I'm like, okay, like you kind of get the pass a little bit. You feel me?
You know, just trying to get in it. Definitely.
Yeah, but it's cool because talking with people like Dan Boy or lately, or even people from like Chow Mein at After Hours, like it's cool to see the Asian community really get together and
Definitely.
join forces on the records, man. Like, is that important for you to do?
Like collabing with other artists, or
Collabing with like other Asian artists.
yeah, no, I just like working in general. So if anyone hits me up with something, or if I have something and I'm a fan of someone, I'll hit them up. A lot of the people I hang around are the Asian artists. So like if I hear something that I think Chow would be super dope on, I just send it to him. If I hear something that like Johnny Akar would be dope on, I'll send it to him too. So I think it just really depends on the artist I'm around right now. I'm just around more Asian artists, so I'm down to work with anyone in general. But it is cool to build up the Asian community too.
That's good, man. It's good that you're not too particular about. I mean, you are particular about who you work with, but it doesn't necessarily you're open-minded. You're
Yeah,
not only going to be working with Asian artists. You're not
yeah.
only going to be working with so-and-so artists. So, that's a really good thing, bro.
And that's what I personally like too, because I think I'm very genre fluid. Like I could do a lot of different things. I could do
Hmm.
pop R&B, kind of like Green Tea and Honey, but I do have like my more rap songs, and just being able to do that opens the door to work with a lot of different artists, and I'm
Yeah.
very to work with like the amount of artists I could work with in the future.
Well, bro, that's why I was so confused once you dropped Green Tea and Honey, because I'm like, wait, this is like some acoustic shit. I really enjoy it. But then the reason why I caught wind of you is because you would post so many videos of you just rapping and doing some freestyles. And I'm like, wait, how is this the same guy right now?
No, see, that's so crazy because like I was hoping that like I'm scared that Green Tea and Honey is gonna be like, oh, I didn't even know you could rap. But it's cool that like the people that found me through Green Tea and Honey still listen to the rap stuff, and they're like, wow, he's like really dope at both, which is cool. I don't mean to be a little cocky, but I am a
Yeah.
little.
That's why it's like, okay, on one track he's gonna be rapping over guitar loops, and then on the next track he's going hella hard over like, I don't know, some West Coast shit.
Okay, so definitely, definitely.
Where do you really where do you pay homage to your style? Like, who are the people that you really look up to
Like as of right now, or just in general?
in general?
Drake is big.
Hmm.
Nipsey Hussle, super big growing up for me. Um, a lot of like Mary J. Blige, my aunt would love
Ooh.
that. A lot of like Mariah Carey. A lot of my music taste comes from my uncles and my aunts because just like my mom was super into like the Asian music, so that's not what I was super into. But but my uncles were all into like BET, 106 in Park. Like that made me want to start rapping because I was with my uncle when I saw Jin on there for the first time,
Mm.
5 or 6, and after seeing Jin was when I started writing raps because I was like, yeah, I want to be like him. So
Right? Because back then it was really only Jin.
exactly, and but he was killing it like for what it was, it was dope.
Yeah. I mean, I think back then when you see people like Jin or Mike Shinoda, you really think about like, damn, these were really the only two people really making it for the
Yeah,
Asian community in hip hop.
yeah, it's insane, and I'm glad like more people are making a name now, like Brian Emmanuel. Um,
Mhm.
I can't even. Kid Trunks is killing it right now too. Kid Trunks is doing pretty dope.
Yeah, man, we got a whole bunch, man, and obviously, shout out to 88 Rising for
Yeah,
opening the doors for all of us, bro. Because at the end of the day, it's like we obviously wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Black people because hip hop is their music.
a thousand
But
percent.
you know what I mean? Like 88 Rising was able to say like, hey, like Asians can also do hip hop too, and I feel like we do it in a way that's just completely different.
Yeah, it's a different like style on it, but it's definitely influenced by the culture. So I really do hope like everyone like just pays homage to the culture, which is cool. I like seeing it.
Of course, man. So what you basically started because you ended up seeing MC Jin on BET and whatnot?
That was starting rapping, but I've always been around music. My dad, like my biological dad, is actually a famous singer in Laos. He was the first
Oh,
person to bring like video CDs to Laos. So
oh
he's like a legend.
shit.
Yeah, uh, what's super dope is that my mom's dad, my grandpa, was the one who wrote my biological dad's first hit.
Whoa.
So it just got to a point where I think like I'm not really sure what happened between my mom and my dad. There's a lot of different things, but
Yeah.
from my understanding, from what he told me, it's just a lot of stuff was going on at the time. He was blowing up crazy. He just didn't know how to handle it, and he had to like pick one or the other, and he picked one.
Got you. Got you. So, do you still have conversations with your dad or your mom?
My mom I'm super close to. I talk to my dad every now and then, but he lives in Laos now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
so
over here. He's over here living his best life as a Lao superstar, huh?
chilling. He's chilling. Everywhere I go, people know him. Like I remember when I went out to Laos, like people like knew him instinctively right away, like who he was. Like, oh, that's Manit. I was like, damn. Like my dad's kind of popping. Like he's
That's
old.
what's up, dude. We need a record with you and your dad one day.
One day, I definitely want to work with that. We were trying to make something work, but it's like hard because I just don't understand Lao music, and I'm like,
Ah.
I get it. Yeah,
So I'm assuming on his records he only speaks Lao
yeah,
or the native language.
yeah. The native language.
That's what's up, man. It's cool to see that you have a very musically inclined family because usually in Asian cultures it's like, I mean, you know the deal, bro. It's like doctor, lawyer, but like you seem like you're in the perfect position because it's like, well, if my grandpa wrote my dad's first hit single and then my dad's over here, he was like a Laos superstar doing music. Like, what did it seem like it was a very easy like transition and like a really easy thing for you to be like, yeah, I'm just gonna be in the music industry and be an artist.
I just always knew that it's what I wanted to do. Like even as a kid, like I used to my grandma owned this restaurant and I just never liked being in the restaurant because I hated being around too many people. So I would like hide in my grandpa's truck for like the whole 8-hour day while they were working on the restaurant. I'd be inside the truck just imagining radio interviews of me as a star, like talking to people. Like, but I'm just in myself in my car, in the car.
Well,
So I
shit,
always knew I was gonna be something. It was just,
yeah, man. Well, before the radio interviews, we got the Zoom interviews right now, man.
hey, look for the future though. That's what it is. This is what it's gonna be.
I really think it is, man. Like the way quarantine just affected everything, especially in the media. Like I think this is really going to be the norm. Like interviews are going to have to be like from distance because I got people hitting me up like, oh, like let me shoot through to the crib, do an interview. I'm like, I'm cool right now, bro. Like,
Oh, so dang, yeah, I would not want anyone over at the crib, especially not right now when
yeah,
everything's
no, not right now, man. But how do you think? Obviously, we're just creeping out of quarantine over here in California. How do you, from your perspective, was quarantine a good thing or a bad thing for the music industry, or
for the
you in particular?
for me personally, it's been like great. I've I've done really well during quarantine. I feel like I've worked a lot more. I had more time to put out more content, and I'm just really big on making content all the time, just because I have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So I thought it was dope. I'm kind of scared on a second wave. That's like super what I'm worried about. But I hope we're out of that. I hope quarantine is good for the music business in general. I think it's been cool, dude. It's been really sick. Like I think the first Instagram live concert I saw was Sway Lee,
Mm,
and his was like crazy. His
hella
was
epic.
his
Yeah.
was hella funny. Yeah, his was so sick. And then Tory Lanez, like I think it's been dope for the music industry. It gives like another creative outlet, and it shows that like a lot of independent artists could stand up if it was like if everything was leveled. I feel
Hmm.
like independent artists could stand up with the mainstream artists on that platform during quarantine, if that
Oh,
makes
for
sense.
sure, man. Because the way any artist makes their money is really off of like the touring and whatnot. But like even if you're getting like a cool like million plays or whatever, it's like I saw you too. It's like you said you paid rent off of music
Yeah,
like last month or something. I'm like, wow, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I'm really proud of you for that, man.
thank you, bro. Thank you.
And so you know what I mean? Like as an independent artist, I think it's important to make sure you got your streaming revenues good, but then also make sure that you're tapped in with your audience as much as possible, especially like post quarantine, because I mean, we don't know when they're gonna start throwing concerts and when we don't have to wear masks anymore and when we, you know what I mean? Like, and all these regulations don't really exist unless this just becomes the new future.
Mhm. I definitely get that. Yeah, it's different, and I think like it just right now is the best time to be an independent artist because if you just keep pushing, I feel like people are bound to see because people are just always looking at their phone or always online right now.
Yeah, I hear you, man. So for you being an independent artist, what do you think is the most difficult thing for you right now in terms of like getting your career and your progress like really kicking forward?
Um, I feel like a lot of it is just I don't have the capital for the things I want to do. So I think just creatively as an independent artist, I always want to do bigger things. Like I want to do bigger music videos. I want to bring more people in. I want to work with bigger artists, but obviously bigger artists come with bigger budgets. And
Hmm.
if I want to do a music video with a bigger artist, that they would assume something like a bigger budget music video.
Yeah,
You know? So for me personally, I guess the independent game is definitely hard. It took a while to get to a point where I could say like I paid rent for the first time
hmm,
off music, which is a crazy accomplishment. That's the first time I've ever been able to do it, but I'm definitely willing trying to make it a thing. Like that's gonna be like for starting recently. I think I'm just gonna start making monthly payments for rent through music money, which is sick.
that's fucking sick, bro.
It's so dope. It's and then that covers like one part of my bill, and now I have to work up and work more to get that. But just being an independent artist is hard because you kind of do everything alone unless you have like a management team or something. I personally don't, so I'm
Hmm.
doing everything myself. Like I video edit myself, I record myself, I mix and master myself. I uh, I shoot myself sometimes, sadly, when there's no one else to hold the camera. So I just and like there's like this hack I do where it make it look handheld when it's not. Being independent is just hard, bro. You got to keep grinding and knowing that like you have to keep working no matter what. You know, like it's okay. Definitely take your breaks and the time that you need to be mentally stable. Like not saying don't work to the point you're burnt out all the time and you're just like, damn, I hate this. Take your time, take your need to be, but then just working at it. It's like another full-time job. It's like I'm working 2 full-time jobs all the time.
I hear you, bro. I was seeing something the other day where I think Bryson Tiller was still working at his day job, and then even when his song "Don't" came out,
Damn, that's crazy.
he was still working his day job up until I think Timbaland hit him and was like, "Yo, like I need you in the studio." Then he quit his day job. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? I feel like everybody who is an independent artist, they have this mindset where like, oh, I'm just gonna keep on going. I'm just gonna focus on music shit. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, I feel like you still need your day job to kind of supplement what you're doing. So you
exactly.
can, like pay off rent, pay off this, pay off that. Then hopefully once you get that one song that's super popping, like you know what
Yeah.
I mean, it just gets into the hands of the right people.
Have you heard Flannel Albert?
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah, Flannel Albert's dope, but that his song "Day Job," like I think, kind of just depicts that whole situation.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Crazy. Oh, yeah. It's just you need to fund your music somehow, and you can't do everything yourself all the time. Like I outsource music videos all the time just because I'm just so burnt out creatively that I don't have any cool creative music video ideas because I've
Mm,
been mixing, mastering the song. I've been trying to work on graphic design or something.
yeah. Do you have a music video for Green Tea and Honey?
Not yet. It's in the works. The only thing that's stopping us is COVID. So we were supposed to film it like in May, but then yeah.
Okay. When can we expect a music video for that record?
I'm hoping if everything clears up, I'm hoping we could shoot it in like August to like early September.
Okay.
But that's
That's
the
really close.
yeah, that's the goal. But if not, then we're probably gonna have to push it back. But we've been working on it for a while. We have a cool little concept for it. Jarina's down to fly out to LA to shoot the music video, so we're like trying to do it kind of soon, hopefully.
Yeah. I feel again, man, I think that's gonna be one of those records where people just remember it and people are gonna remember you for that particular record. At least for me, I'm just hoping that you become bigger than that record.
That's the scariest thing for me. Yeah, like just trying to just become bigger than the record itself. But that's I feel like music in general is just such a game of key like especially right now it's just like dropping until you get another one, if that makes sense. Like
Hmm.
I think a lot of people are just dropping more recently until they get another track. And obviously not every song I make is gonna be a green tea and honey, but maybe one out of every 100 I make will be, you know? So that's why I'm just making one every day and just if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, then yeah.
It sounds like you come in with like zero expectation with any record that you drop, even post Green Tea and Honey.
Yeah, nah, just cause like I mean, post green tea and honey, what is it? Sadly my cousin passed away. Like
Mm.
he got shot, he bled out on the surgery table. Rest in peace. But what is it? I made a song for him called Light Another, and Light Another did not do well. Like just stream wise, it didn't do that well, but it was just a song I made because I needed to get those emotions out. So I didn't really care about streams. Like I do music because it's just always what I've been doing, and I have pretty bad anxiety, even though it doesn't really show. Like we met in person before. I'm pretty sure it doesn't really show that I have pretty bad anxiety,
Mhm.
but that's why I'm always inside. I'm always like recording myself and stuff just because I don't like going outside like that.
Yeah. Oh man, I really like the way your head is put because whenever people, I feel like the music industry in general, you got people who are just gonna make songs for clout, make songs because they stream well and whatnot, and we're gonna have the craziest collaborations. You know what I mean? We're gonna have like Beyonce featuring Cardi B,
Yeah,
featuring Megan the Stallion, and it's like, all right, we obviously know where this is going,
yeah, like
right?
definitely like we get it, we get it. Yeah,
We get it. You can just put hella superstars together so the stream numbers can go all the way up.
yeah,
But the fact that you're gonna make a song, to help you deal with the emotions you felt when your cousin had passed away, and you had zero expectations over it, and still, even though the song didn't really stream that well, you're just like, hey, I needed to get this off of my chest because that's what's really important to me right now. That's a mindset that I feel like every single artist needs to have.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I just love making music, and it's just what I want to do with the rest of my life. It's like hopefully I do get to do this for the rest of my life. I'm gonna work really hard to make sure it happens.
Yeah.
But the biggest goal for me is like when I get, because I know whenever I sign my first major deal, if I ever sign a major deal, just because I don't know if I'm gonna take the independent route or not yet. But
Mm-hmm.
if I do sign a major deal and I have like every source to get what I want, I'm like so excited to see who I can get on my first album, because I want like the ideas of people I want. Like I want to get a Larry June collab. I want
Ooh,
to get
nice.
yeah, I would love a Larry June collab. Like
Speaking
honestly,
into existence, give me more people, man.
I'm trying to get Larry June, Anders, Drake.
Okay.
I need to get like that. I need that Drake feature just for like, like I don't even if somehow I'm the only one that has a Drake feature that didn't pop, that's fine with me because I had a Drake feature. Like um, I really want to work with Bino Rideau.
Oh yeah, Bino's dope.
He's crazy. He's so good. Roddy Ricch, would love to work with Roddy, and I want to work with some more like R&B people in general. Like I guess like Manila Gray doesn't really count as R&B, right? They're more like hip hop
More
R&B.
hip hop, yeah.
Yeah, they're dope. I can't really think right now. I can't think of more people, but I listen to a lot of people on Spotify.
Oh, yeah, that's a really dope lineup of people that you'd want to work with artist wise. Who are some producers that you want to work with?
Producers are, gosh, I hate this because I keep forgetting the name, but he works with Kyle a lot. He produced Playing With Me with Kaylani. I want to work with him. I forgot
Okay.
his name, so I'm gonna have to look that up. But him, I want to work with Pilo. I definitely want to work with Pilo on him. um I really want to work with Charlie Puth,
Okay, that's a name I haven't heard.
which is crazy because like people, I think just because he's a pop star, people don't pay attention. But if you look on his YouTube, he makes really, really, really good hip hop beats. Like they're insanely good.
Oh shit, I gotta go check that out then.
Like he's very multifaceted. He's like, yo, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna make a trap beat right now. It'll be like crazy, like it's good.
Crazy, bro.
Zaytoven. Let's see, who do I want to work with? 40. If there is a way to work with 40, I would love to work with 40.
You really love Drake, huh?
I'm like, yeah, I'm a big Drake. Okay, Take Care was my favorite album, and it was the album that helped me decide that I'd never want to go to school like for the rest of my life.
Oh, go deeper into that. What you mean? What you
Like,
mean?
so Drake had this line in Underground Kings. Let me look it up real quick just so I don't get it wrong because I don't want to butcher it. But he had this line about,
Rich off a mixtape. Got rich off a mixtape.
yeah, oh, gosh. Memphis, Tennessee, no CSRs to go deep back and Ridgecrest with my seat back with Yo Gotti and E-Mac. And these got them diamonds blowing in their mouth and they rocking furs like it's snowing in the South. And every pretty girl tell me that's the shit that she likes. So why am I in class if this is who I'm trying to be like?
Mm,
Once I heard that, I was like, yeah, no, that makes sense. I was like 14. I was like, I don't want to go to school. I'm this. And
it's like
once,
being in class isn't gonna translate to that.
yeah, no, exactly, which is crazy because the day after I decided that, like mentally, my English teacher, she was just upset that day. I'm not sure why she was so mad, but she was mad at a bunch of different things, and she told me to drop out in like freshman year of high school.
Whoa.
And I was like, damn. I was like after school trying to fix my grade because I wasn't good at school.
Man, it's like fuck you.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You mean?
I was like, drop out. All right, fuck it then. I mean, yeah, that's just my mindset. So every day in high school, I brought my mic and my like a desk stand to school with my laptop, and I would ditch class and hide in another classroom that was empty to record songs.
Wow.
And then I'd go to the one class I did like, which was statistics, and then I'd just go ahead and go out and do more recording just around the school. It got to a point where I think they just kind of knew, but as long as I got my work done, they didn't really care. So I just did my work on my own. And then like we had a multi-million-dollar budget to redo the school I went to because I went to a creative and performing arts school and I was a video production major. We had to like build a whole new thing, a whole new building, and they built a little studio for me to use, which is cool because no one else really uses it at the school anymore, which is crazy.
Nice. Wow, I really like your story, man, and I really like the fact that the second you heard that Drake song "Underground King" is when you're like, "Yep, I'm not doing the school shit anymore, bro. I'm just gonna pursue music, and hopefully, my pursuit leads me to where I want to be."
Exactly. It was a big. I'm a big Drake and I'm a big Nipsey fan. Nipsey is like when Nipsey passed away, I was in tears, bro. I couldn't
Yeah.
handle it. Yeah, that was crazy. Nipsey is the reason that me and my uncle are so close. Cause me and my uncle, we had kind of like we were always close, but then we kind of had a falling out because uh, he wanted me to join a gang, and I wasn't really about that because my uncles are all gangsters,
Hmm.
and I wasn't really about that. So we didn't really have a falling out, but we kind of had like a little thing where I was like, yeah, I'm not trying to do that because that's not my life. But he's like, like I can get you on my gang though, and I was like, I don't like it's just not something I want to do.
Yeah.
Um, and Nipsey Hussle was the thing that like brought us back closer together. Like whenever we would talk, it would always be about Nipsey's new drop. Like, yo, did you hear that Nipsey's selling like the $1,000 mixtape? Like, you think you're gonna get it? It was just me and my uncle. Whenever we would talk about rap at all, about anyone, my uncle would just be like, nah, but that's not Nipsey. Like, so it was cool. Like Nipsey's one of my favorite rappers just because it made me and my uncle closer.
That's what's up, man. Also, the fact that you recognize, like, that type of shit, that type of life isn't for me. So I'm just going to continue doing what I do.
Exactly.
So moving forward for 2020, like, what else do you have aside from the potential Green Tea and Honey music video dropping in August, September? Do you have
Uh,
anything coming out, album, more singles?
album, but I do have more singles. I'm gonna be going on another run. I did from August to I think April or May of this year. I did like a run where I was just dropping a song a month. So I think I'm about to go back on that. I've been stacking up songs lately. So I've been trying to just do a lot of different things, but I think I'm gonna start dropping more stuff kind of tailored into the Green Tea and Honey style, just because that's what's working right now.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's working, I'm gonna probably double down on it for a bit and then switch it up, kind of like G Easy did. G Easy is another really big inspiration of mine. How G Easy kind of went from that like super pop rap in like 2014 with Hoodie Allen and stuff.
Yeah.
It came out with like Pilo. That's my favorite transition. I say that all the time. G Easy has one of my favorite transitions in hip hop ever. Like it's so dope.
That's what's up, man. Well, dude, man, thank you so much, Dane, for hopping on the lunch table, bro. Tell everybody where they can find you.
What's up? So it's at Dane Amar everywhere. That's DaneAmar. Check out my single Green Tea and Honey. Check out my music in general. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview.
Let's get you on the gram really quick, bro. Yo,
Yo,
Dane Amar, what up, man? On the lunch table, you feel me?
what's up? Lunch table interview. Yeah, long waited.
Woo! This is the lunch table, food for thought. I'm Nico Blitz, Dane Amar, and we are out, everybody.